MTE 2025 KECO booth. We have Kevin Andrews here with us, and he's going to show us some of the hammers and stuff like that. So yeah, tell us a little bit about the hammers, how we can modulate everything and all that type of stuff.
Well, as you know with KECO, we try and make everything, like you say, very modular. So we don't want anyone to be stuck with one style. So this started off, it actually started off around this hammer here. This is the steel head. This will weigh any of the guys out there who've used Craftsman or Vaughan hammers. This is the same weight as those. Those hammers they've been a favourite for a long, long time, but they're flawed. They're not designed for someone to hold like this. They're designed for someone to hold like that. So what we did is, anyone that's worked with those hammers for a while, you start to get wear areas on your hand, and it hurts if you've been on there all day blending and stuff. So we went right back to the drawing board, and we started with the head. So the one thing I noticed with the Vaughan hammer when we were using that, the head is a lot taller. So when you were planted on, I mean, you can see that now. I'm rested nicely, and the hammer's nice and flat. We've got a nice action on that. The Vaughan would be up here. So what you'd end up doing is you'd raise your arm up. Now, when you raise your arm up, naturally your head comes up as well. So now and it's the slightest, the smallest adjustments. When I do training, obviously I watch the guys all the time, and I can see their body positions change. When we're coming down to blending, we want to be as low as we possibly can. This just helps. I mean, it's only a small amount, but it's a massive difference. So that was the start off for these. We've changed the geometer slightly on these tips. So this one's a real hard one. This one's a really nice soft tip, great for getting down big crowns. They do spin off, which is nice, so you can replace them with whatever tip you're after. We have a striking face here, so we were using a knockdown. Now we can go from plastic to cover to metal, and then we've got the leather on the side here. So we have 4 striking surfaces on the hammer. The ball, there's no difference in, we do a black ball on the end as well. There's no difference in weight. There's just, some people like to have black, some people like to have the, and especially if you've got multiples of these, it's just a nice way to differentiate between the two. So carbon shaft, we do this in 8, 12 and 16 inch. So these sizes here, okay? And you can build pretty much what you want. You can have whatever, all the different heads. Everything's sold separately, so it's a really, really modular system. So even if you bought this hammer, let's say you wanted the aluminum head, the black one, you could literally unscrew it, pop the aluminum one on, and away you go. So that brings us on to the next one, which is the aluminum head. Exactly the same design. The only difference is, obviously, the head's a lot lighter, and it has a stainless steel insert in there so you don't chew up the aluminum when you're tapping. But weirdly enough, this is where it all started. This is what I thought would be the most popular. This has been the most popular. Oh, really? I mean, we've literally sold, right through our stock today. So I think everyone's been producing blending hammers. No one's really thought about the standard everyday knockdown. Why do we want to sit there whacking an alley hammer when the steel one will do it quite nicely? So we have this one here. This was originally designed as an extended striker. Okay, so if you're working around a quarter panel or something like that, that you just can't physically hold your knockdown into place, I wanted something that was rigid. So I wanted something that, you're not screwing a knockdown onto it. It is actually part of the tool. So that now is super, there's no
further out.
There's no wiggle around on it. There's no it coming loose, anything like that. But again, we can do that on the 8, the 12 and the 16 shaft as well. This particular one comes with the different peak tips. Okay, so we have a 3, I think it's a 3, 4, 6 and 11 mil. I've got to keep swapping between AF and metric. Okay. Yet again, if you didn't want this as a striker, and some guys really like this as a blending hammer, because again, the head is shorter still. the tips I'm talking about, these peak tips, these are a lot shorter than the standard industry. So these are about just over 1/4 of an inch shorter. Again, because why be up here? The closer we can get to the panel, the more comfortable we are. The more comfortable we are, the better our end product's going to be.
Yes,
so
sir.
all of these hammers, so they're available. You can mix and match. You can play around with as much as you want. We do a plastic shaft as well. Some of the guys, you know, just like the feel of plastic rather than carbon, so we have those available. They're available they're just over 8, they're 9 inch, those ones, so they're a good, you know, good in between. But great hammer. I mean, I think you use one, don't you?
Yeah, I use one every day.
That's really good.
Absolutely.
But no, come and check us out and see what you think.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for your time, man.
Thanks a lot, Nick.